Everybody, hello and welcome back to our channel Info Island, and also welcoming you guys to our today's video on the topic important government schemes in India, which is a key topic for the SSC examination. So for all those candidates who do not know that we have shared some of the videos on our channel related to the SSC CGL 2023 examination, which is arriving very soon. So this particular video is the continuation, you can say, or this particular video is the series of SSC CGL 2023 examination only. So for all of those candidates who haven't seen the other videos, please go and check that out also, as it is going to help you guys in your daily preparation for sure. And those who have already seen must be aware that this is the fourth, and upcoming would be the fifth series of the SSC CGL 2023 part we are going through on our channel. So guys, just for your better understanding, let me tell you that India has several government schemes and development government schemes which aim to promote inclusive growth and development of the nation. And these schemes are an important topic for the SSC examination, be it like the CGL examination, CHL examination, MTS, or any other. And understanding them is very essential for scoring well in these examinations. So now let's quickly move ahead and start the video and know about some of those schemes. Guys, as I told you in the introduction itself, that India has several government schemes that have been launched by now, which aims to uplift the poor and marginalized sections of society and the people associated with it. So in order to provide the basic amenities to such people and improve the overall economic growth of the nation, the government has come up with the various initiatives and various such schemes and yojanas and initiatives. So what are those? We are going to find out in our video today. And yes, we have divided those schemes into some categories. So what are those categories? At number one, we have like schemes for poverty alleviation. Number two, we have schemes for basic amenities. And at number three, we have schemes for economic growth. So all of the initiatives and all of the yojanas that have been taken up by the government of India are basically categorized into these three categories. So yes, let's begin. And here are the list of important government schemes that are asked in SSC CGL, SSC CHSL examinations. तो यस जो भी आप आगे वीडियो में देखने वाले हैं, योजना हुई, चाहे वो इनिशिएटिव हुई या फिर किसी भी तरह की कोई सी भी हम स्कीम आगे जो बात करेंगे, वो प्रीवियसली गाइज एसएससी के एग्जामिनेशंस में देखी गई हैं, that yes, these have actually been asked in the previous year's examination paper. So please try to learn them, try to memorize them, और इसके बारे में अच्छे से आप जान लीजिएगा before going ahead with your preparation and of course the examination. The categories of these government schemes that we just talk about. Now let's know about all of those government schemes in details along with their categories. So yes, at first, as we talked about, it is scheme for poverty alleviation. So the very first category of schemes are those schemes which are aimed at poverty alleviation. So you can also say the removal of those poverty and removal of all of those people who are living under this poverty line. So government is trying ahead with several initiatives to bring back all of those people above the poverty line instead of living them all the way into that below poverty line. So very first is the Pradhan Mantri Dhan Yojana, is a scheme that aims to provide a basic savings bank account for every household. Second scheme that comes under this category is the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, that guarantees 100 days of employment to every rural household in a year. Thirdly, let's talk about the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, that aims to provide affordable housing for all, started in the year 2023. And at last, we have the Antyodaya Anna Yojana, that provides subsidized food grains to the poorest sections of society and people associated with it. Next, we have the second category, that is schemes for basic amenities. The second category of schemes is those that aim to provide basic amenities such as water, sanitation, shelter, you can say, food, you can say, and electricity. So all of these things comes under the basic amenities that all of us, all of the humans require in order to survive, for their survival. So the very first scheme is the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan that aims to make India open defecation free by constructing toilets and improving the sanitation facility that was existing before in the society and in the country. At second, we have the Jal Jeevan Mission that aims to provide piped water supply to every rural households, and this has been taken care that by the year 2024, the Jal Jeevan Mission is going to, reach out to almost each and every person living in the nation, living in the country. Next, we have the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana that actually aims to provide electricity to all the rural households and the people who are facing no electricity in their areas. Next, we have schemes for economic growth, and in this category, which is the third category of schemes, and it is those that promote economic growth and development of the nation. So the very first initiative comes in the Make in India initiative that aims to promote manufacturing and entrepreneurship in India. Secondly, it is the Stand Up India scheme that aims to provide loans to women, SC and ST entrepreneurs for starting a new business. At third, we have the Digital India initiative that aims to make India a digitally empowered society and provide access to digital infrastructure. So guys, now let's go deep down into all of those. Earlier we have discussed the categories of all of those schemes. Now let's get deep down into all of those schemes related to these categories that were launched by Indian government and has previously seen in the SSC examination paper. So the very first, let's talk about Operation Green. So the name of this scheme is Operation Green, and you can have an idea with the word green that what it can be associated with. So yes, green stands for farming, farmers, and all of those people. So yes, agriculture also you can add into that. So Operation Green was announced in the Union Budget for the year 2018 to 2019 with an allocation of rupees 500 crores. So a total amount of 500 crores was basically allocated by the by the government in the Union Budget for this particular scheme. The idea behind this scheme is to double the income of farmers by the end of the year 2022, which has actually happened by the year 2022. It was kind of done. It focuses on the farmers' production organizations, processing facilities, agri-logistics, and professional management to all the farmers that are related to the agriculture activities in the villages. So here are some of the key points, you can say key points to remember that we have shared related to the Operation Green. So first, it is introduced to increase the production of tomatoes, potatoes, and onions. So these are the three, you can say, crops or three products for which it was basically started. Secondly, this operation focuses on the price fixation and ensures that farmers are given the right price for their produce. Earlier in the news, if you guys are aware or not, I'm not sure, there was a news कि ये जो टमाटर जो बेचारे हमारे farmers होते हैं जो टमाटर उगाते हैं उन्होंने इतनी मेहनत से 1000 किलो कुछ टमाटर उगाए थे जो कि सिर्फ 1 रुपए प्रति केजी के हिसाब से बिके थे तो सोचिए उनकी कितनी मेहनत का दे जस्ट गॉट ओनली अ पेनी फॉर सो मच ऑफ हार्ड वर्क दैट दे हैव गिवन सो यस इस तरह की डिफरेंशिएशन ना हो इस तरह का discrimination ना हो government had come up with this particular initiative. Next we have Ayushman Bharat. So Ayushman Bharat is a national health protection scheme which aims to cover the poor and vulnerable families, providing coverage up to 5 lakh rupees per family per year for secondary and tertiary hospitalization. So for all the secondary and the tertiary hospitalization services, this Ayushman Bharat scheme is going to give the coverage of up to 5 lakh rupees to each and every family per year. It was launched across the country on 25th of September 2018. And yes, important points related to this scheme. One of the core principles of Ayushman Bharat is to encourage cooperative federalism and flexibility to states, within states, you can say. The beneficiaries can avail benefits in both public as well as and empaneled private facilities. So in the public sector hospitals also they can avail the facility, and also some of the private hospitals are also engaged with this and linked with this particular scheme. Thirdly, at state level, at SHA level, that is State Health Agency. Sorry, at state level, the SHA, that is State Health Agency, is going to implement this particular scheme. Next, let's talk about Eklavya schools. This scheme is introduced under Union Budget 2018, aimed at establishing the Eklavya schools for scheduled castes and scheduled tribes by 2022. You can also say for SC and ST by the year 2022, which has already happened. So these schools will be established in 50% tribal areas with a minimum population of 20,000 tribals in them. So yes, now let's talk about some of the important points related to this scheme. Admission to these schools will be through competition, and preference will be given to those children who belong to primitive tribal groups. So yes, there are some of the terms and conditions that are applied to this particular schools. पहला जो children जो भी बच्चे related होंगे इस particular tribal groups से वो इसके लिए prefer किए जाएंगे, and of course secondly उन बच्चों के लिए competition रखा जाएगा in order to get admitted to these schools. Secondly, we have education in these schools will be completely free, and the seats will be equal for boys and girls. So which is a very good point, that seats are equally divided for both the categories, for the boys also and for girls also. There is no discrimination from the starting. Third, these schools will have all infrastructure including playgrounds, hostels, residential quarters, etc. free of cost. तो ये भी एक अच्छी चीज़ है कि जो इस गवर्नमेंट के ही थ्रू सारी चीज़ें प्रोवाइड की जाएंगी इन बच्चों को, चाहे वो प्लेग्राउंड की फैसिलिटी हो, हॉस्टल की फैसिलिटी हो, रहने की, खाने की, सब कुछ फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. So yes, it is a good initiative taken up by the Indian government. Next, we have Affordable Housing Fund. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has announced that an affordable housing fund will be established under the National Housing Bank, funded from priority sector lending shortfall and fully serviced bonds authorized by the centre. And some of the important points related to this scheme. This fund will construct about 1,250 housing units towards increasing availability of affordable houses for the informal groups in the economy. Next, we have RISE scheme, and the expansion of RISE here is revitalizing infrastructure and systems in education. So RISE scheme was announced in the Union Budget of the year 2017 to 2018. Its main aim is to lending low-cost funds to the government higher educational institutions, including all centrally funded institutes like IITs, IIMs, and IISERs. So these are the centrally funded institutes who are also included there in this particular scheme. These institutions can borrow up to rupees 1 lakh crores over the next 4 years for building and expanding the new infrastructure. So yes, it is a very good thing and initiative that have been taken up by the government for these institutions. And yes, a huge amount of 1 lakh crores rupees is involved in this particular scheme. So some of the key points: this scheme will be financed via restructured Higher Education Financing Agency, that is HEFA in short, which is a non-banking financial company. Next, we have all infrastructure and research projects sanctioned by HEFA are to be completed by the year December 2022, which has already happened in the year 2022. Thirdly, loans taken from HEFA under this scheme will be paid back over 10 years. So the kind of loan that these institutions are going to take for over the next 4 years, that they can use for their building and expanding the new infrastructures purpose. So they can there is a leverage given, so they can pay back it to the government for over 10 years. Next, we have Prime Minister Fellowship Scheme, that is PMFS in short. So the Prime Minister's Fellowship Scheme for doctoral research is a public-private partnership, that is a PPP in short, between Science and Engineering Research Board, that is SERB, or you can also say SERB, which is an autonomous body under the Department of Science and Technology, that is DST, Government of India, GOI, and Confederation of Indian Industry, that is CII. So some of the key points related to this particular scheme: first, we have its purpose is to boost better researchers in India and make the Indian institutions climb up in the global rankings. Secondly, it provides a high fellowship amount to 2,000 engineering students to pursue PhD in IITs and IISCs. So in the sector, in the field of technology and in the field of science, if you're going to pursue engineering, so these 1,000 engineering students are going to get this fellowship amount for their further studies. So yes, they are going to, if they are going to pursue this particular PhD in IITs and IISCs for cutting edge researches and developments. Next, we have a Pradhan Mantri Kisan So this particular scheme incorporates all ongoing schemes of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries. It includes schemes such as mega food parks, integrated cold chain and value addition infrastructure, creation, expansion of food processing, preservation capacities in unit scheme, infrastructure for agro-processing clusters, creation of backward and forward linkages, food safety and quality assurance infrastructure, and human resources and institutions. So all of those things and all of these things are included in the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana, and these are the schemes in themselves. So some of the key points related to this particular scheme: we have its main aim is to benefit 20 lakh farmers and generate around 5 lakhs 30,000, or you can say 5.30 lakhs job by the year 2023, which have already been attained by the year 2022. Oh, 2023. So it is a big step reducing the wastage of agriculture produce. So yes, it is a big step in the process of reducing the wastage of agriculture produce, increasing the processing level, and yet enhancing the export of the processed foods. Next up, we have Biotech Kisan program. So Biotech Kisan, so here Kisan, there is a, it's a abbreviation, there is a full form for it. So Kisan here stands for Krishi Innovation Science Application Network. So Biotech Krishi Innovation Science Application Network is introduced by the Ministry of Science and Technology in order to apply science for boosting the rural economy and yet and yes, of course, the rural people. Under this program, a network of farmers and scientists, also known as experts herein, will be formed to find solutions related to the problems that the rural people are facing in order to produce their products. So some of the important points related to this particular scheme, we have the main aim of this scheme is to listening the individual problems of small farmers. So what do we do? What do the scientists, or you can say the experts and the farmers herein do what? So they go back to all of the small farmers and listen to the problems of those farmers individually, that what are the challenges they are facing, क्या प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है क्रॉप्स उगाने में, या उनके पास फंड नहीं है, या जो भी चीजें हैं रिलेटेड टू देयर एग्रीकल्चर थिंग, सो उस चीज के बारे में डीप एनालिसिस करके दे गेट इनटू इट एंड नो अबाउट इट. Next, it will be implemented in 15 agroclimatic zones of India. Next, we have Sampurna Bima Gram Yojana, that is SBG in short. So it is basically an expanded coverage of postal life insurance to provide affordable life insurance services to the rural areas. It was launched by the Minister of Communications, Shri Manoj Sinha. Some of the important points related to this particular yojana. So this scheme is not limited to government and semi-government employees, but also to the employees beyond this particular category. It is also available to the professionals such as doctors, engineers, CAs like chartered accountants, bankers, lawyers, etc. And it also includes the employees of the NSE, that is the National Stock Exchange, and BSE, that is Bombay Stock Exchange listed companies. Next, we have PMFBI, oh sorry, PMFBY Yojana. So that is the expansion of PMFBY. Here is Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. So it was launched by the government of India in the year 2016. Month was April. So in April 2016. The scheme is mandatory for farmers who have taken institutional loans from banks and optional for the other farmers. So all of those people, all of those farmers जिन्होंने लोन लिया है किसी भी इंस्टीट्यूट से, और ऑप्शनल है उनके लिए जो बाकी सारे हैं जिन्होंने नहीं लिया है. So the scheme covers the yield loss, poor harvest loss, and the localized calamities. So some of the important points related to this yojana, we have PMFSY supports the sustainable production in agriculture sector by the following ways. And what are those ways? Let's know about them. At first, we have providing financial support to farmers suffering from crop loss. Secondly, stabilizing the income of farmers so that they can continue farming. Thirdly, encouraging farmers to adopt innovative and modern agricultural practices. And at last, this scheme covers food crops, oil seeds, and annual commercial or horticulture crops. Okay, guys, so the next scheme we have is Mission Indradhanush, which is the last scheme for today's video. It was launched by the Union Health Minister Mr. J.P. Nadda on 25th December 2014, and the aim of This scheme is to achieve full immunization coverage for all children and pregnant women at a rapid pace. Important points related to Mission Indradhanush. So, Mission Indradhanush depicts seven colors of a rainbow. So, as we all know, कि Indradhanush जो होता है, that is also known as rainbow, that depicts the seven colors, seven different colors of a rainbow, which aims at immunizing kids against seven preventable diseases. So, here we have, related those seven colors of a rainbow to seven preventable diseases, including diphtheria, number one, diphtheria. Number two, whooping cough. Number three, tetanus. Number four, polio. Number five, tuberculosis. Number six, measles. And at last, number eight, we have hepatitis B. So these are the basic preventive diseases that, that these are the name of those diseases against what immunization is being given to the kids. So later, Japanese encephalitis. Okay. So Japanese encephalitis, rubella, rotavirus, hemophilus, influenza type B, and injectable poliovirus bivalent diseases were also added under this scheme. Guys, that's it for today's video, and yes, here we come to an end of this video on the topic important government schemes. We hope you found this video informative, and we hope that you found this information helpful with the perspective of your exam preparation. Thank you so much for watching, and do let us know in the comment section down below about your thoughts on the video, and also please share your recommendations or suggestions or any other topic that you want us to prepare a video on. You can please feel free and mention that in the comment section. We would definitely come up with certain videos that you would want us to prepare and bring on our channel, that is Info Island. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let's keep learning, keep sharing and keep supporting. And please आप जो भी स्टूडेंट्स एसएससी सीजीएल की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं, जो भी उस एग्जामिनेशन को देने वाले हैं, प्लीज हमारी एसएससी सीजीएल 2023 की जितनी भी सीरीज अवेलेबल है हमारे चैनल इन्फो आइलैंड पे, प्लीज गो एंड वॉच देम ऑल आउट सो दैट you get an idea, and the preparation tips and all of those concrete information and data that we do share in our videos, which are going to be helpful for you in your examination preparation. So yes, that's it. And please, if you can do, share them among all of your friends, family, fellow members, and all of the candidates who are preparing for the examinations, as they are going to prove helpful for them also, and if they might, and also the people who might get interested into such videos and may find content helpful, you can share the video along with them also. So yes, that's it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel Info Island, and also hit the bell icon so as you never miss any of the update, and whenever we come up with a new video, you guys are notified about it. That's it. Thank you so much. All the very best to all the candidates.